How do you define a thug? A thug would be insulted if you compared him to a common murderer or thief. His killings were definitely for loot and booty, but the entire act of stealth, deception and cunning was ultimately a ritual that ended in a strangulation, which was not out of anger towards whom he had killed, nor did he have any remorse for having done so. The act and the body was offered to his goddess Kali. Now, if the omens that preceded the act were good, he even lacked fear. He could mesmerize his victim by the most gentlemanly acts of graciousness and generosity. He often looked far more prosperous, more classy, shall we say, than his victims. And he would often join the posse that searched for thugs. He could mingle with the people of those times, like the soldiers or the wedding party, the pilgrims. He was a master of disguise. Above all, it was the most secret of cults. It was a very dark, unknown, absolutely unspoken of. It was not even spoken in the families where these thugs belonged. The acts were never discussed. One member didn't know the other member was a thug. Not even in their deathbeds have the wives of many a thug known that her husband was a thug. And not all but the most able and chosen child would be initiated into the thug fold by a father. So in other words, this was a cult. I can't think of a cult that has been more secretive, when their family members didn't know it. Yet they were prevalent throughout the length and breadth of India. And Colonel Sleeman definitely found it very difficult, very, very difficult to actually crack this case, because these thugs could not actually be tortured really to speak about something that they held higher than the law, their God.